Oh, child, gather near, yes, yes, closer to the bubbling cauldron of curious minds. I've been stirring a strange brew of memories, ones that never happened, or so I once believed. But then I found the pattern. 37 souls, all whispering the same memory, the same shadowed library, the same ghostly book that does not exist in any realm. And not a single one of them has ever set foot in that distant city. Now, listen well, for I am a researcher of memories, a mind witch of 15 long years. I have sifted through thoughts like herbs and dreams like potions, and I have never seen anything quite like this. Ah, child! Sit! Come closer to the flickering candles, closer to the whispering shadows. I sat across from her for 3 hours, yes, 3 long hours where the air tasted like secrets and old spells. She told me about a library. The smell of ancient paper, the soft echo of footsteps on marble floors, the shimmer of a red-covered book. She described it perfectly. Every detail, every word. But listen closely now. That library never existed. The book was never written, and she had never set foot in that distant city she spoke of. My name is Rachel Webb, child. A memory researcher. 15 years of poking at recollections, distortions, and the strange crooked paths the mind wanders when no one's watching. I've interviewed souls with false memories. I've worked with those who remember things that never danced through reality, but never anything like this. She was brought to my office at 3 a.m., the witching hour, of course, found wandering near the university archives. No identification, no notes, just a calm little tale about a library and a book that doesn't exist. She'd been walking for 3 days. Her family had been searching for her. And now she sat in my room, composed, far too composed, like someone who already knew the ending to a story no one had written. I asked her where she'd been. She said, "The library." I asked, "Which library?" And she gave me an address. An empty lot, child. No building, no books, no history. Just a patch of nothing where something should have been. I asked her about the book, child. Yes, that strange little tome. She described the cover for me read as fresh spellfire, gold lettering shimmering like cursed treasure, and a title written in a language she didn't even recognize. Oh, but she remembered every page, every word. She even quoted passages as if enchanted, and I recorded every last whisper. I checked every database in this realm and the next. The book didn't exist. The language didn't exist, but she spoke it fluently, like someone who danced with ancient spirits. So I asked her how she knew the language, and she said, "I learned it there, in the library. They taught me." Naturally, I asked who they were. She paused, and for the first time, child, she stopped smiling. "The librarians," she said. "They're not like us. They don't age. They don't forget. They just wait. They wait for people to find the library. And when you walk in, you remember things that never happened because someone else remembered them first." Such delightful creatures, aren't they? Oh, child, come closer, closer, yes! Let the shadows curl around your ears while I tell you what I've found. I started peering into her past, stirring through it like a cauldron of secrets. She was a teacher quiet, solitary, ordinary, or so the world thought. No hint of scrambled memories, no whisper of a wandering mind. But then her school records began to shimmer with something strange. As a child, she wrote little essays about a library. The same library, the same books, the same uncanny descriptions, written decades before she should have known them. She had been remembering it for 30 years, child. 30 years. And she wasn't alone. Oh no, I found others. 37 wandering souls in different cities, different ages, different tangled little lives. Yet, they all carried the same memory like a charm tucked under the tongue. They stepped into a library, they opened a book, and they remembered things that never happened. Deliciously impossible things. One recalled a life in a city that doesn't exist. Another spoke of a conversation with someone who never lived. A third whispered of a language with no beginning at all. And every one of them, calm, certain, enchanted, spoke the same words, child, the same words that make even my broom shiver. The librarians are still waiting. Oh, gather close, little wanderer. Yes, yes, closer to the map, closer to the flickering candlelight. I've been plotting their paths, tracing their footsteps across the world like little ghost trails, and all 37, they crept to the very same empty lot, the one she whispered about. But now the lot sits hollow as a plucked bone. No library, no books, no history. Only dust that shivers when you breathe on it. Yet the records told another tale entirely. That land once belonged to a private trove, a secret library sealed tight in 1923. I found the name of its master, a collector with fingers sticky for forbidden pages, books from everywhere and languages from nowhere at all. He roamed the world hunting for texts that should never have been written. He built his precious library in 1910 and watched it burn to cinders in 1923. Every book scorched, every trace wiped away. Except, not quite. Because memories, child, memories are stubborn little creatures. Those who walked the aisles before the fire still remembered the books, and their memories slithered onward, not written, not spoken. Oh no. Just held, passed from mind to mind, like a spell that refuses to die, even to people who had never stepped foot inside. Delicious, isn't it? Oh, child, you won't believe what I found bubbling beneath the dust of a private archive, hidden away, uncatalogued, left to steep like a secret brew. And what it said froze me colder than a frost-touched cauldron. I didn't collect the books. Oh, no. I collected the memories. The books were merely containers, jars on a shelf, but the true collection lived inside the people who read them. Then another note whispered to me like a ghost through steam. When the library burned, the books were lost, crackling, curling into ash. But the memories remained, and those memories would slither their way to new readers, people who had never stepped inside, never touched a single page, yet somehow would remember them all the same. And then came the last line, child, the one that made my cauldron shiver. The librarians are the ones who hold the memories. They do not write them. They do not speak them. They simply wait. And when someone is ready, they open the door that exists only in the mind, the door that leads to a library that never was. Step carefully, little one. Some doors swing both ways, and some never close. Oh, child, sit, sit, sit. Yes, right there by the crackling shadows. I've been thinking about the woman in my office, the 37 others, the language that never existed, the book that was never written, and the library that burned itself right out of time. But the librarians? Oh, they're still waiting, still adding memories like herbs to a simmering brew. Plop, plop, plop! And I've been hunting for that library ever since. I've followed the references, traced the people, sniffed out the pattern like a witch looking for her missing wand. And it's real, child. It's there. And it's still adding memories. Every night, someone tiptoes into that empty lot. They remember the library, they remember the book, they remember the language, and they leave so calm, so certain, so utterly content, like they've just had a sip of my midnight tea. Tonight, I'll be there. Oh, yes, I'll sit in that empty lot, waiting for the door to creak open, and I'll peer into whatever lies beyond. If my path twists and curls like a spell gone sideways after tonight, you'll know why. And if you, child, ever find yourself remembering something that never happened, don't brush it away like broom dust. Someone out there is holding that memory. Someone who's been waiting for you to recall it. Perhaps that someone is you. The library is waiting, and the librarians are ready. I'll see you on the other side, dearie.